Hello and welcome back, everyone. Happy Thursday. Today we are going to be doing a rundown of Dev Diary 94. Now, before we get started, we're also going to look at the video. We're going to watch this, which is a nice little pre-release or release video for the Dawn of Wonder art pack for Victoria 3, which of course is what the Dev Diary is about. Before we get into it, I just want to emphasize and note there is going to be zero mechanical sorts of things in here. It's entirely cosmetic, and so if you're here to get a sort of, idea as to, like, mechanical changes or, like, what's new, is the economy going to change, like, this type of stuff, this is not going to be the video for you. We're just going to be kind of looking through the Dawn of Wonder and watching with wonder in our eyes. So for this sort of thing, I know that a lot of people who watch, like, what I put out are more in the vein of concerned about mechanics. That's kind of where I'm at. And so there's not going to be any of that. So strap in and let's get some Dawn of Wonder. Would have loved a new soundtrack. We get nighttime. Now, this is not, like, really, like, something that interests me too much, but I really like the game, so I'm probably gonna buy this anyways. Boink. The Pyramids of Giza, Temple of Poseidon, Great Wall of China's already there. Let's click this on loop. It's already on loop. Yep. And there we have it. So we got a little bit of a view at several things that we're going to talk about now. Overview. Greetings, Victorians. They didn't wish us happy Thursday. Terrible. Here comes a new Dev Diary. We're going to go through the content, cosmetic art pack. So this is all cosmetic. The pack aims to provide more visual variety into the map and interface of Victoria while furthering immersion for anyone who's a fan of its world by adding cosmetic day and night cycle, blah blah blah, etc. Day night. Dawn of Wonder will release on the 28th alongside both the 1.4 update, which will have substantive things, and the start of the 1.5 open beta, which again will have substantive things. You can opt into the beta. You like right click on the game in Steam and you click like properties and then you click betas and then like you opt in, but it's not released yet until the 28th. Okay. What it's going to be adding is a day and night cycle. Core of the day, Dawn of Wonder, day and night cycle. This features static midday, the sun that previously lit up the map, with a customizable cycle of sunlight and moonlight as the sun sets on your nation, moon rises, and then the werewolves come out. Oh no, wait, not that type of DLC. And all the city's structures turn on their night lights, just like when you're 6. Okay. The city lights have 3 different hues and strengths depending on your research. That's kind of neat. So coal or gas-powered will look different from electric light. You also will be able to see and choose at what speed or even constant that you want. At what speed or even constant time you want the game to be played. In addition, you can cycle the you can put the cycle to match your computer's clock and further immerse yourself. I'm not sure I want to be immersed anymore in 1800 industrialization and that sort. I'm not sure I want that level of immersion, but I suppose we can do that. So we see night cycle, day cycle, and we see visually it looks nice. But this is not necessarily something I really focus on too much. But we can see that, there's something going on. Lighthouses also emit light, which is kind of neat. To customize the speed, there are plenty of options within the theme selector within the separate tab. I'm not entirely sure I'll even turn on day-night, but probably will, because if I'm going to be buying the DLC, I guess. Simulation speed controls the speed. You can do it, which corresponds to 1 minute 30 seconds in game, or 2 months of a game in speed 3. So, okay, the bigger the number, the faster the simulation speed. Sun hours, we can make it so that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna read through all these settings actually. You can change the settings to do different stuff, and here's the interface here. The amount of hours that it's going to be at sun, the speed, the sync, all this type of stuff. You can customize your day-night cycle however you like. Light effects and new carriage to further accentuate lights. On the map we've been sure to add lights to all of them, so now everything from lighthouses to horse carriages have lights attached to them, also trains. Speaking of carriages, in order to provide more visual variety on the roads on the map, we've created more colorful stagecoach that contrasts to the default very functional looking one. Do they have a thing of the stagecoach? No, but you do see the trains do have lights on them. New carriage. Is this the new carriage? I didn't even remember what the old carriage looked like. I guess it has more contrast. Map decoration structures, so there's some new structures on the map. If you get the DLC, we have the Marteland Sun Temple here. We got the Temple of Poseidon, which was featured in kind of the video. We have the Greenwich Observatory, which I guess is this right here, where it opens up at night to look at the stars. And Wat Aran, sorry for the pronunciation, gives Bangkok a little bit more personality. Okay, we also have new outfits based on culture. I think that it is generally for the pops that have the more money, which of course makes sense. Nordic and Slavic countries get this get up. That is interesting. I didn't realize that was the thing. And then finally, did there not have another one? Nordic and Slavic get some dress. And then Period, that has many different cultural meanings, many of them having character relations with the moon as focus. Okay. But I guess we don't have pictures of everything. Alright, fair enough. We got a new UI skin, which is actually looks pretty nice. I'm pretty excited for this. We can maybe click on it and take a closer look. And yeah, you see that the edges are kind of like a little smooth looked out, and the UI is back to being less blue from kind of the France UI look, so pretty excited to be turning this on. And then this says the new interface creates a much more mellow and angular look on the game as a whole. I kind of like it. You know, we have like this up here, the little star, this thing. Not particularly important, but I mean, it's not going to affect the game in a substantive way, right? But you do see the UI does look different, and now it is a little bit more gold-oriented, which makes sense with the sun, and a little bit less French-oriented, which of course makes sense because it's not a French thing. Okay, new map table and table assets. We have a little candle here, and I think this is part of the Zodiac. The jade sculpture is Hongchen, as it is an ancient, it is mysterious. And then we get the candle, etc., mostly etc. They're played on the table, wood carving, sash, illustrations. Okay, fair enough. I've noticed something. Oh, so even though it is stopped, we have a nice watch to, a nice pocket watch is nice to have. It would actually be really a neat feature if this didn't stop, but like, also I don't care if it stopped or not, really, I guess. It would just be kind of cool. Probably not worth programming in. Taino's Stun God statue is both cute and somewhat ominous. Well, where are my grapes, dog? Might stick with the grapes, to be honest. And a new paper map, which no longer has the baguette centaur, so objectively worse. A newly made paper map embodies a lot of the same characteristics, featuring patterns of celestial bodies as well as illustrations of old zodiac signs that may or may not resemble some of us at the art team with our corresponding signs. Okay, well, fair enough. We get the little crablets, which I suppose is, I mean, if we could have a replacement for Baguette Centaur, surely it would be Cupcake Crab King, right? Because that looks like a cupcake on his head, and certainly he's the king, not the guy with the crown. Look, if there's a man with a crown on his head in a room, and a man with a cupcake on his head in a room, clearly the boss is the one with the cupcake on his head. But okay, continuing on. We have Map of the World, we have this little, yeah, it's just showing some of these art assets. Notably, Baguette Centaur is missing. Instead, we get Cupcake Crab. So, Theme Selector is something we wanted to show, was you get to select all this, apparently. Ooh, we could customize the table objects, so we could have our grapes and eat them too. Cool. Fantastic. something we're adding to the game, which comes as a feature, free feature, the theme selector, a new submenu can now be accessed from the main menu and allow you to easily handle your cosmetic features, like the ones contained in Dawn of Wonder. Many mix elements from any of your own packs and base game. Use, for example, the French UI skin, the default paper map, and table assets from Dawn of Wonder, etc. So we're gonna be able to keep our grapes. I wish we could pick particularly to keep the Baguette Centaur and then use these other ones other than that, but okay. And then we have the summaries here. So, so with Dawn of War, Dawn of Wonder, we hope the players who are immersing themselves in the world of Victoria find something that furthers their immersion, whether it be the day and night cycle, the new UI skin, or any of the newly added assets to the character map. Last but not least, new loading screen for the pack, capturing both the mysteries, the stars, as well as some of the newly added things. This actually is a bit of a banger. I like this art. Very colorful, not very dreary. I suppose it's off theme. We're talking about industrialization and sending the kids to the mine, so maybe this is a miss, but fair enough. Okay, continuing on. Our next dev diary is scheduled to be published 3 weeks from now, so that means we're going to have 2 sad Thursdays, followed by a happy Thursday. As it will release dev diaries on the schedule in conjunction with updates to the open beta. This is to ensure that all the team members are hyper-focused on get hype on the upcoming beta build itself and have time to communicate with you on the open beta channel on the Discord server. See you there. And so this seems fine to me, albeit a little bit worse for doing these weekly videos, which we had for so long, and then they went away, and then they came back, and now they're going away again. We're going to have 2 sad Thursdays. All right, and we have this little tidbit at the end here. Hello, Victorians. Pelly here. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, Pelly. We had previously said the open beta would launch on the 28th alongside 1.4 and the Dawn of Wonder. Almost said Dawn of War again. Art pack. However, we discovered... No, what are you talking about? No howevers. You launched it on the 28th. However, we discovered a bug last minute that caused us to consider delaying the initial launch of the open beta a few days. Boo. While some bugs are to be expected in the initial open beta, we want to ensure that there's nothing in the open beta that could potentially block your playthroughs. Now, I guess the question is how funny is the bug? And if the bug is funny, leave it in. Just let it rip, and then when people complain about it, be like, it's open beta. You didn't have to sign up. Or just delay it, I guess. As such, we are still releasing 1.4 in the Dawn of Wonder on the 28th, but you should expect that open beta may be released sometime within the first week of September. Okay, fair enough. We know you are excited for the open beta, obviously, so we are looking forward to receiving your feedback and talking to you about 1.5 in open beta channels when it does release. And so there we have it, just a bunch of UI stuff. We, of course, do have the Cupcake King himself, but that's kind of it. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Do these things pretty frequently, although I guess we're gonna have 2 sad Thursdays coming up. I forgot to say do the YouTube algorithm stuff. So I guess with that, other than that, have a good day.